And what does Ruffy do well?
He does well striking, so he has a good right hand, left hook, kicks okay, and spinning kick very well, but like mostly it's a right straight hand.
He earlier had said that his wrestling isn't as elite as yours, but that his wrestling defense is, that he thinks he can stop the takedown. Is that something that you see?
I mean, he can stop me, my first takedown, second takedown, but what about if I'm gonna shoot 25 minutes, how he's gonna stop?
And Arman, this match, while being a co-main event, has been elevated to a potential 5 rounds. What was that discussion like, and do you agree that it should be 5 rounds?
It should be 5 rounds because it's a co-main event, big card, and contender #1. That's why it's 5 rounds, and for me it's good, before the title fight, just to do a good warm-up,
And Arman, your weight class has changed a little bit from the last time you were #1 contender. Islam Makhachev has left. Justin Gaethje has taken it over. Ilia Topuria has been rather quiet. Where do you think that division is going to go? Who do you see as the top guys?
I mean, there's a lot of top guys, me, Oliveira, Steele, Paddy Pimlet,
Do you see Max Holloway?
Max Holloway, yeah. Max Holloway is tough as well. But if I beat Ruffy, when I beat Ruffy, I'm going to fight for the title, and then I can pick who I want to fight.
Okay. Well, and speaking of that, so that would be Justin Gaethje. As long as Justin Gaethje sits out, is that what you're hearing? Is Gaethje going to have a match, and then you and the winner of Ruffy takes on the winner of that match, or does Justin wait for the winner of you and Ruffy?
No, Justin is waiting for the winner, us or like Petty fighting with somebody in November.
Okay.
So, and then they're gonna figure out who's gonna fight for the title.
Isn't Ruffy the right opponent for you for right now?
Oliveira is more better than Ruffy.
Dangerous.
No, opposite. Ruffy is more dangerous.
Yes.
He has powerful hands, but like Oliveira, he has only grappling. He cannot knock me out. He cannot choke me. So there is no chances to Oliveira beat me.
To go back to the fact that it is 5 rounds, are you going to need all 5 rounds? Is this an opponent that you're going to finish, do you see, or do you think you're going to get to 25 minutes?
I don't need 25 minutes. I'm going there and make it job easy and quick. So because my dad he's at home and he doesn't wanna. I don't want him to be nervous, so long. I want to make it as soon as possible and quick.
Arman, can you beat Mauricio Ruffy?
Yes.
Are you going to beat Mauricio Ruffy?
Yes.
Are you the rightful #1 contender?
Yes.
Are you going to be announced the #1 contender?
Already #1 contender.
What are those dangers? What are you up against in your path to get to that title shot?
Como a gente fala no Brasil.
A tough fighter, very good striker, highest level wrestling, a good finisher as well, but I'm not worried about what he brings to the table. I'm never worried about, I'm not trained thinking of what he brings. I'm worried about what I bring to the table. I go into a fight and everybody knows that's what I fight for. That's how I fight. I go into the octagon thinking the same thing. I know I have to defend those takedowns and knock people out. I once, won a fight by a decision, and it was extremely disappointing to go home because that's what I train to finish fights, to do things, to get things done. When if he steps into an octagon, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get somebody who wants to finish that fight and wants to get done. And we like to say in Brazil, those who are able to do more cry less.
The tension between Arman Tsarukyan and Mauricio Ruffy is beginning to build, and Ruffy has made it clear that he isn't intimidated by one of the most dangerous wrestlers in the lightweight division. When asked about the threat Tsarukyan brings into this matchup, Ruffy gave his opponent plenty of respect, acknowledging that Arman possesses elite wrestling, dangerous striking, and a serious submission game. In fact, Ruffy went as far as calling Tsarukyan potentially the toughest challenge in the entire division.
They're both against me because they want me to lose. I was doing it when we were together. It was 3.3. And like somehow, and when he went here, he did 4.0. Go!
Arman Tsarukyan has begun training alongside Khamzat Chimaev as he prepares for his massive UFC 331 showdown with Mauricio Ruffy, adding another elite-level training partner to his camp as he gets ready for one of the most important fights of his career.
I'm broke, bro. I'm broke.
Tell him money is not everything. I told him like, bring the normal cars here and he comes Ferrari, Lamborghini and this.
Coach,
What'd you drink today?
today is the,
We need him make humble, coach.
Oh, today's
today I'm broke.
today you're broke?
Yeah.
When you do fight, you don't do side quests. It's all fight.
Yeah.
All for the fight. The whole camp is preparation for fight.
Yeah.
No side quests.
No way.
Right.
I mean, I live for MMA, bro. Like,
I get you.
yeah, so. And you cannot compete in MMA if you're gonna do.
The stakes are massive for both fighters. Arman Tsarukyan, the #1 lightweight contender, knows that a win over Mauricio Ruffy could secure his next title shot against Justin Gaethje, along with a significant payday. In the eyes of many fans, Tsarukyan had already earned that opportunity after submitting Dan Hooker at UFC 311. Yet the UFC still wants one more victory before putting him back in the title picture, a decision Tsarukyan has handled professionally despite the frustration. For Ruffy, this is the kind of opportunity most fighters spend their careers chasing. If he can defeat the division's top contender, he could potentially leap straight into a championship fight. Both men are fighting for much more than a win on their records, and that is exactly what makes this co-main event so compelling.
I've never been sold on Hoofy. I'm pretty sure he's every bit of 30, so easy on the prospect stuff. He doesn't have a lot of great wins. I think BSD kind of exposed the blueprint when it comes to him. His fight at the White House was basically just a hit job. They set him up with every bit of 40-year-old Michael Chandler. So he got that rub. I just don't see how he gets past Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman finishes him under 3. Now, it's MMA, so Hoofy could land a flying knee, some big shot, but outside that first round, Hoofy's going to get ragdolled. It's their strength of schedule and fighters that they've beat to get to this point. It's not even
Arman Tsarukyan has kept his competitive edge sharp between fights by actively competing in wrestling and submission grappling events. Now, however, his full attention has returned to the UFC cage, with his focus centered entirely on chasing the lightweight title. There's also a personal motivation behind his urgency. Tsarukyan has revealed that his father gets nervous whenever he watches him fight, so Arman wants to avoid putting him through another long, stressful battle. Instead, he is looking to finish Mauricio Ruffy as quickly as possible. Tsarukyan has made it clear that he doesn't need 25 minutes and wants to get the job done fast. For Ruffy, that mindset is both touching and genuinely terrifying.
Can you beat Mauricio Ruffy?
Yes.
Are you going to beat Mauricio Ruffy?
Yes.
And what does Ruffy do well?
He does well striking, so he has a good right hand, left hook, kicks okay, and spinning kick very well, but mostly it's a right straight hand. I mean, he can stop me my first takedown, second takedown, but what about if I'm gonna shoot 25 minutes, how he's gonna stop? It should be 5 rounds because it's a co-main event, big card, and contender #1. I don't need 25 minutes. I'm going there and make it job easy and quick. I wanna make it as soon as possible.
Michael Bisping offered a razor-sharp breakdown of this matchup, explaining exactly why Michael Chandler struggled against Mauricio Ruffy and warning Tsarukyan not to make the same mistake. Chandler repeatedly went straight into takedown attempts without first establishing his punches, giving Ruffy the opportunity to read the entries and shut them down. Bisping compared that approach to Mackenzie Dern's strategy at UFC 330, where she used her striking to create openings for her grappling while defending her strawweight title against Jillian Robertson. The takeaway for Tsarukyan is clear. Against a taller and longer opponent like Ruffy, he cannot simply shoot from the outside. He needs to use his punches to close the distance, force reactions, and then turn those striking exchanges into takedown opportunities.
Well-roundedness will get him done, but it's a very big test.
If the fight stays on the feet,
Yeah.
Arman gets knocked the fuck out.
No, he does. He does. I'm telling you.
Ruffy is approaching this build-up with notable maturity, avoiding the usual trash talk and bold predictions. Instead, he openly admits that Arman Tsarukyan could be the toughest challenger in the lightweight division and recognizes that his wrestling will present a serious test. Yet despite that challenge, Ruffy remains confident in his preparation, especially the work he put in during his time training in Thailand after the Chandler fight, believing that experience will ultimately speak for itself when they step into the cage.
He's overrated, man. But I was saying is, I've never been sold on Ruffy. I'm pretty sure he's every bit of 30, you know, so easy on the prospect stuff. He doesn't have a lot of great wins. I think BSD kind of exposed the blueprint when it comes to him. His fight at the White House was basically just a hit job. You know, they set him up with every bit of 40-year-old Michael Chandler. So he got that rub. I just don't see how he gets past Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman finishes him under 3. Now, it's MMA, so Ruffy could land a flying knee, some big shot, you know, but outside that first round, Ruffy's going to get wrapped.
Now Paddy Pimblett has also decided to weigh in on the conversation. After securing a quick victory over Benoit St. Denis in the co-main event of the July Holloway-McGregor card, Paddy claimed he would absolutely terrorize both Arman Tsarukyan and Ilia Topuria if either matchup ever happened. Pimblett made it clear that he has virtually no respect for Tsarukyan, mocking him as a rich kid living off his father's money, and even joking that he eats $2,000 caviar for breakfast. Despite their long-running rivalry, Paddy says he does respect Ilia Topuria, but he offers no such respect toward Tsarukyan.
I'm on it absolutely rinsed their lives. I'm just gonna absolutely terrorise them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if a fight like Max Holloway or Charles Oliveira, I wouldn't, because I respect them and I like them.
Yeah.
I respect, don't get me wrong, I respect Ilya, but we've had beef for years. I think he's a little helmet. So I'd love to fight him and give him shit. But Arman, I don't.
That's a phenomenal. Bro, he calls people sausages. It's the best fucking thing in the world. I'm telling you.
Arman Tsarukyan, I've got no respect for at all. He's just a rich kid. He's like daddy's.
The lightweight division remains stacked, with Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, Paddy Pimblett, and Ilia Topuria all waiting in the wings. But Arman Tsarukyan has one clear objective: defeat Mauricio Ruffy, capture the lightweight title, and then decide for himself which challengers deserve a shot at the champion. In this matchup, Tsarukyan's wrestling could be the decisive factor if he can effectively blend it with his striking, potentially allowing him to secure the victory within 3 rounds. But Ruffy's knockout power makes every exchange on the feet a genuine threat, meaning Tsarukyan cannot afford to get careless.
There's a couple of names, obviously. We don't know where they're going to be matched up. One's coming off of a loss, one's coming off of a win. We'll start with Paddy Pimblett. Let me get your thoughts on him and where you think he ends up next.
I think he's probably fight with somebody who was probably with Max Holloway, maybe in November, and then fight for the title.
And then Ilia Topuria, where do we see him next?
I think Ilia Topuria fight with somebody like a Chandler. He fights with a Chandler and then fight for the title again.
Down the line, I know you're focused on the title, solely on the title, but if you had to pick one of the two to fight between Paddy or Ilia, who would you go with?
Ilia.
For sure?
Yeah.
Why?
I want that fight more than